Oh yes, I have a Yamato now. Let's see what she can do.
What's up guys, Mr. Anderson336 here, back at you with another replay. Yeah, that's right, we're playing World of Warships for once. And I'm saying my Yamato. And I love my Yamato. It took me some time to grind out because of the Izumo, and I didn't like the Izumo. The gun setup was weird, and well, I didn't... Overall, I just felt like it was a terrible boat. That's not the Yamato. The Yamato is amazing. The best part of the Yamato is the 18.1 inch guns, or the 460 millimeters. The first volley on the Neptune will deal us 5,000 damage, and this is the best part. No matter how many hits you get, you always get a lot of damage. Now this thing is accurate on pretty much any range, but you want to get closer, and I'm kind of filling in the stereotypic battleship here where I'm sniping from a long range. My first plan was to move to the left side of the flank, because the Yamato is kind of like a fortress. You want to place it somewhere and just stay in that area and just defend it with your massive guns. Well, that volley bounced, and that was on the Kurfürst. I know there is a feature so you can turn on so you can see the enemy ship names all the time, but I had it activated when I recorded this replay. Talking about the replays, I actually didn't have the replay feature turned on for a long time. It was when I had a game in my Yamato with 260,000 damage and a Kraken unleashed, when I realized I need to turn on my replays as we bounce off that Montana. And that's why we're watching this today, because I finally turned on my replays. Let's try with another volley on this Montana. Now, we're approaching an island, and that will set off the island indicator and island alarm sound, and that's probably one of the worst sounds in this game. Do get a good hit on the Montana, neat. But from one of the worst sounds to one of the best sounds. When you fire the Yamato guns, it's honestly the best sound in the game. Apart from when you get that one-shot citadel and a cruiser and a smokescreen. When the announcer says that and you see your achievements pop up, it's just a pacha meme, you know, with the... Anyway, a volley out on the Iowa. Unfortunately, we don't hit anything. Returning to the sounds, but just the satisfaction of firing these guns, it's just one of the good things about the Yamato. And I tend to do this thing a lot where I right click so I can hear the gun sounds, because I feel like it's one of the best parts. I mean, you might not hit anything, but you get the good gun sound, and it's just amazing. And again, it's just an eargasm every time. Will we actually... We got a citadel on the Iowa. Now, the Yamato citadel is kind of weak compared to the other tier 10 battleships. And if you show too much broadside, you will get citadeled. Hell, if there is a Yamato or a Musashi, you can get citadel through your nose. But I knew this when I started playing my Yamato, because I watched Jinkles, I watched Euro, I watched Flammo, and I knew this. I'm not complaining. Oh, a cruiser. Can we actually get a good hit on him? Let's fire a volley. I'm not giving enough lead here, I know that already, but anyway. The volley is in the air. No, but anyway, compared to the other citadels on the other tier 10 battleships, the Yamato is the one where you need to be the most cautious, because this thing gets citadeled more often than the other tier 10 battleships. One perk the Yamato does have is it's able to penetrate 32mm of armor. Example, it's able to pen the nose of the Montana. I know my reticle is on the curve here, but well, I hadn't seen it when I was recording the replay or when I was playing the game. That or the Montana could be reversing. That's probably the reasons why I didn't hit him. Now, the Curvefirst is sailing broadside here. And unlike the Yamato, he can afford to do that because he won't take damage. Well, that's what you would think. But this is the Yamato. And, well, we actually do get a penetration on the Citadel on the Curvefirst. That can either happen because of plunging fire or just because of RNG, I guess. Normally you wouldn't be able to penetrate, well, Citadel at Curvefirst. So, I guess Lady Luck smiles in my direction. Oh, there's a cruiser here. Let's see if we can hit him. Hitting that cruiser could probably mean a Citadel, because he's showing fairly much broadside. One thing you do have to get used to in the Yamato, though, is the over penetrations. That will happen a lot. Then again, the over penetrations are still 1500 damage. It's okay. So still 3 hits is still 4000 damage. You can complain, but you won't get anything out of it. So yeah. Now we're showing too much broadside here and can actually get punished fairly hard for it. But yeah, I need to turn away from these. I feel like I'm getting shot by too many. Now the Yamato is a tank, but it ain't no cruiser Curvefirst. Let's see if we can take out this cruiser. Now it would appear that Montana is coming around that corner, and our forward guns are almost ready to fire. We can do some damage here. We can really punish him. Well, firstly he's not angled, so this will be no problem to penetrate, especially not for the Yamato. And I guess the game actually loves me today, because I actually get a penetration, well, a Citadel on the Montana. Almost breaking that 100k mark. It isn't that good, but as a standard I say, if you can do your own HP and damage, you're doing okay. And that's also one of the things I feel like in World of Tanks I got too focused on the stats, so here I'm keeping it more casual, because I enjoy World of Warships and I want to keep enjoying World of Warships. I do have some tank replays laying around, and I do play tanks from time to time, but it's not as competitively as I did when I started playing tanks. Now that Minotaur is showing a lot of broadside. That's only the rear mounted turret, but let's see if we can do anything to him. We get 2 penetrations. I guess I can't complain. Still 3000 damage. Still almost 10% of his HP. Now that Curfeust is slowing down. Should be an easy pen. Should be an easy hit. He's turning away as well. Oh, we get a bounce. And we can attack here because the Montana is behind the mountain and the Curfeust is behind the mountain. I noticed I'm spotted by 2 people right here, and problem means there's somebody in that smoke screen. He's not too keen on revealing himself, so I'm not that worried. Then again, it could be a destroyer, and that would mean there are torpedoes coming. And the Yamato might have a 48% torpedo belt, but torpedoes are still your worst enemy in this game. We're turning away from that in case of any torpedoes incoming. Start our spotting plane, hoping that we might be able to spot him, but with the Montana and another battleship behind that rock right in front of us, our spotting plane will probably get shut down quicker than I think. Now with the spotting plane up, it also changes your firing angle, the way you see the enemy boats, and that makes it a bit more difficult to hit stuff. When we do get 2 penetrations, 0 damage though, so that's kind of unfortunate. Now I don't want to come around that corner in front of me with the Montana being there, because that would be with Citadel first and he would be able to one-shot me. He does have the damage. Oh, we get a rear Citadel on the Minotaur. That's pretty neat. Can't complain about that. So we finally broke the 100k mark here, and oh, there's a North Carolina sitting broadside to us. Now I need to hug this island or sail around it as closely as possible because I don't want to expose my citadels to the Montana. Here. Luckily our Curfeust takes out the Montana and there is only a Neptune on that side now. We do get 2 penetrations on the North Carolina, 10,000 damage. Can't complain. It's pretty good. However, a Citadel would have been nice because he is sitting broadside. See if we can get that. The Neptune isn't any immediate threat. Yes, he has torpedoes, but if I'm doing this correctly, he won't be able to hit me with any of them. We do get the Citadel penetration on the North Carolina. We do get the Confederate. And I'm focusing on this Curfeust when I'm reminded by the Minotaur that there is... Well, it's not a Minotaur. When I get shot by the Neptune, I actually get reminded by him, hey, I'm here, shoot me. And that's when the torps show up. Now, I will eat one with the nose, that will mean will be flooding, but I have my repair party ready. And I do have my damage control ready as well. Start the damage control and no harm is done. Because the Yamato has a big HP bar and I guess we sniped for so long so we actually have enough HP to, well, eat a few torps. It's very kind of the Neptune to show broadside like that. That will mean a kill. Because we get the Citadel. Now there's only 2 enemy ships left. There is a Curfeust and a cruiser. I kind of lost track of what there is in this game now. But anyway. But I know that is a Curfeust. Now it's just a question of how much lead to give to hit these targets. But once again, I am in the Yamato and it is a pretty good sniper. So should be able to hit these shots. And we do get a double Citadel. That's another 30,000 damage. I actually thought I wouldn't have been doing any more damage here, but... And again, I am in the sniping Yamato. And we kind of ended up back in the stereotypic long-range sniper once again. However, I'm not a bad shot in this game, so giving lead to a Curfeust, a target as big as the Curfeust, shouldn't be that difficult. Do get some penetrations. Now, there is him and a cruiser left, and he's shot by everyone, so he's trying his best here to sail evasive, so he won't get shot. Well, that won't save him, though. The mighty Yamato takes no prisoners. It's kind of cringy to say, but anyway. Do take out one of his turrets, another good salvo. There's the cruiser. This Curfist is taking a lot of achievements here, because he is sinking people left, right, and center right here. He's putting up a good fight. But it's only a question about time. A question of time how long he will actually last. And I do pick up a high caliber here. We broke the 200k mark now. I told you this game would start slow, but it also ends in on a slow note, unfortunately. It's just a question of time here. That takes out the Grocer Kirkfist. Now I really have to put on my skilled goggles or whatever, because sniping crews at this range is not easy. They're too maneuverable. Do actually get an over penetration here. Oh, this is also one mistake you can do in the Yamato fairly often. If you get too greedy, you will show your back to her, and that's pretty much when you get citadeled. Not that it is important by now, because we are pretty much the only ship left, and well, he is the only ship left, and he's no threat to us. We need to skip a few minutes here. Now he gets spotted again. All guns are ready to fire. All guns have fired. Shots are in the air. Will this be a kill? Probably. You get the kill and ends the game. GG, well played, and let's take a look at the post-game stats. Now I won't go through the post-game stats as I do in World of Tanks, but here they are. I hope you enjoyed this replay. I will probably make more World of Warships videos in the future, and until then, take care, have fun in the games, because that's why they're made. I'm Mr. Anderson336, and I'm out.